All aboard! All aboard! All aboard! All aboard!
Now let me ask a question that could draw the audience mind back. You said you were describing us as a people and our predicament, where we are. But now we are only in prison here. And we know that our ancestors didn't have a choice. But we became free, but then we were still in slavery. And you know, it was said that Willie Lynch is somewhat responsible, well, how should I put it, helping the master, keeping us in slavery. But my question is, what's your...
Let me tell you one thing about this situation.
Okay.
And don't give Willie Lynch so much credit. Right. I'm going to do, I know that some scholars, they can come back and hunt me for that. But
that's okay.
I have to put the way that I feel.
Get it straight.
Get it out.
Set it straight. Set the record straight. Right here on ACHG Funtime Superstar Production, working with TIFM. We're going to get it straight.
Okay. And Isabel, according to the word according to Isabel Harris.
I love it, quote, unquote.
Unquote. Remember what Angela was talking about. Some of, in Badagry, some of Africans were proud to have slaves. Nobody could go to Africa and get away with so much disgrace without some help.
Okay.
So what the slave master did, that's why I don't give Willie Lynch so much attention. We have to give him attention, some kudos, but not so much.
Okay.
The best way for you to keep your superiority is to put two people that they cannot communicate with each other. They hate each other. Remember, Africa, Nigeria, just an example. Nigeria is a country that has more than, I believe, 400 dialects. Dialects.
Okay.
So from one street to the other, you're talking about two different cultures. Up to now, they can never get together. They tried. They're still trying. But it's Igbos against the Yorubas, that's against the Hausa, that's against this, that's against that.
Say those names again.
Igbos, Hausas, Yorubas.
Hold on, let's clear it up now.
Okay, you go.
Say it,
okay, I say Igbo, Fulani, Mende.
What's the name mean?
Those are Those are tribes.
Tribe names. Okay.
Those are tribes in Africa.
And it's Igbo.
These are just some of them. And the reason I know these ones is because when we were brought from Africa, and here, those are some of the tribes that came. So we have some of those African tribes that's within us. I say we are a fusion of all those Igbos, Fulani. They are from West Africa.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
And what's the issue between?
Okay. So for example, you are Igbo, I'm Yoruba.
Okay.
We are fighting. We are at war.
Against each other.
Against each other.
But we are the same people. Brothers and sisters.
In your mind.
You don't speak the same language.
Yes.
You don't speak the same language.
Different region.
Different religion, different kingdoms and stuff like that. We are fighting.
Okay.
You are the... I won the war. So you are the, what they call, booty of war? Like the
bounty?
The bounty. So you belong to me. I can do with you whatever I want.
And I'll sell you.
I'll sell you. That happened.
Yes.
And sometimes we don't want to discuss about that. But up to now, if you go to Africa, they get together, but they don't get together. It's like each one is trying to defend their own turf.
Yes, exactly.
Has nothing to do with color. Has to do with who is going to dominate power. Everything has to do with power. And everything is power struggle. It's like here.
Greed.
Look at here now.
Yes.
The one that has something and the one that has nothing.
Yes.
the one that has nothing, the best way for you to dominate them is to throw some crumbs
Oh, like
To
we were
s-
talking about today?
to some leaders,
Mhm.
and they're going to shut down the whole community.
Thank you. Go ahead now, preach.
Say that again. Say that again.
The way for you to dominate somebody, throw some crumbs to some leaders, and they're going to do the dirty job for you.
Throw it to the leaders, and they will do the dirty
Yeah,
job.
yeah. That's what happened.
We had that conversation earlier.
Nothing new under the sky.
That's exactly right.
Okay, now we have already discovered what's the problem, why they are like they are, and we're not going to give Willie Lynch all the credit because some of the
He just realized it. It was obvious.
Yeah.
He just saw it.
He took advantage of the situation.
So Willie Lynch is a part of what's happening. How did it get trickled down to us today here, and et cetera?
It's the power struggle.
Yeah.
Who
It's-
is in command?
So it's
It's like,
so, but,
let's go back. I came to U.S. during the 90s. But my husband, he's from Louisiana.
Okay.
And we used to talk a lot. Go back to Oklahoma. Why did they bomb? They destroyed Oklahoma?
That's right, exactly right.
Because you had what they call the
First
Black-
wealth.
wealth,
Yeah.
the Black Wall Street.
Yes, exactly.
Okay? Because the blacks over there in Oklahoma was not only making money but saving money and building a community. So they destroyed that community.
So what you're actually telling me is sometimes the other side don't have to fuel us against each other. We fuel ourselves against.
Look at Chicago.
Oh, yes.
Chicago, I love Chicago. But it's a disgrace what's going on.
All
All those
killing.
shootings, all
Yes,
this
yes.
killing.
Yes. Exactly.
We're not killing whites. We're killing inside the community.
Okay, let's fast forward. What would it take to educate, to give us a renewed mind, to open our eyes to see what we're doing? Because see, some people in their mind.
I'm not a magician.
Okay.
I'm not a mandrake. I cannot come out of solutions, okay?
What do you think?
But one thing that I believe
Okay.
that united us during the civil rights here or during the struggle in Brazil, we have a common goal.
Thank you.
We have a sense of responsibility.
Exactly.
Today I was discussing with Peggy about welfare and some other stuff. What's one of the first things that the welfare system did here? In order for the women to get the welfare, she cannot have a man inside the house.
Right.
Without a father figure. What are you creating? Little monsters.
Yes, I agree.
Because he has no respect.
I agree with that.
Okay?
Good opinion.
And that's part of the system that create these things. And I ask what happened is even in the schools and stuff, when your child acts up, especially black boys, they put them on Ritalin. So you wonder why they're on drugs. Well, that's the first drug.
It's a nation of zombies.
Yes.
Those kids are drugged when early age. What do you expect in the adult life? Their blood is asking to be fed with those things.
Okay.
Because if a child is hyperactive, let them play.
Yes, yes.
Make them be tired. Give them something that keep their interest.
Something that will keep
But-
their interest.
But no, it's
Not a
the
drug.
easier way out is Ritalin.
Yeah, Ritalin. Yeah.
They're drug.
And
So you mentioned that.
The problem is deeper than we can think.
Yes.
No,
yes,
we want
it
to
is.
talk about it. We want to talk about it, and some of the listening audience here will listen. And I'm not saying that you're a magician, but I wanted to get your opinion. And you said, and it made a lot of sense. We have a common
Go.
and it should be.
Focus.
yes.
Let me give another example. I'm black. I'm an African descent.
Okay, come.
But also because I came from Latin American country,
Mhm.
I am Latino.
Yes.
Okay? Brazil is part of Latin America.
Okay.
And I could see that the way that the Latinos behave they get what they want because they are united. So in Chicago, they had a problem because the mayor was threatening to close a school. The parents went to work, but the grandparents picketed and they stayed in the cold weather of Chicago in front of the school until the mayor's back down. Do we do that for our kids? That's a problem.
Yes.
See the last year election. The Latinos, they voted as a solid
block.
group. We did. But one of the biggest mistakes of the Republicans, and I know that I am in a Republican area, oh my God, don't quote me on that so much. But one of the major problems of the Republicans, because they start to try to disenfranchise us
They started to do what?
from vote.
They started
They try to disenfranchise black people from vote.
Okay.
Look at this. We use the social media.
Okay.
Look at the Arabic countries, what they did with the social media.
Yes,
They had a revolution.
Yes, that's
in
true.
Tunisia,
I love it.
in
Yes.
Egypt, in
Yes.
so many other places. What our kids are doing with the social media here.
They're just not doing anything that's revolutionary, that's for sure.
Not even social message.
I know, right?
They insult, they're bullying each other
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of the
Do
time.
this. Why don't you look right there and say or empower someone that's listening today? How and what could they do to empower themselves and their brothers and sisters to have a better life and understand that we do have something in common?
Okay, first thing first. Talk to your elders inside your house.
Yes.
You're going to learn too much.
Yes.
Because by then you know how far they did have to go.
Yes, yes.
So you could appreciate what you have now.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because if you don't make the connection with the past, you're just popped up here.
Okay.
So if you don't have something to fall back, because you are on the shoulders of giants.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes.
And we forget that so easily.
Forgot where we came from.
Okay? When you see a senior, we need to start to record even more our seniors. Because in Africa they have degrees.
Yes.
What do we have here? Very soon, they're dying.
Yes, exactly.
And who is going to tell the story?
Exactly what you were saying about the
That's
quilt
true.
and the thread and the needles.
I have a program called Heroes Within the Family, and I tell the children to talk to the oldest person in their family and interview them and find out their lives and where they came from.
Right.
And they make a quilt out of it, of course, because within the family structure, there is so much history, but they don't know about it because they don't
Exactly.
talk to those people because they're so busy with their games and this and other things.
They're in the cement jungle.
Yes. Yes.
Concrete.
Concrete jungle.
And another thing, they should give control back to the parents because you cannot discipline your child. The child will tell you, you cannot hit me. I will call
Right.
the police.
Oh.
I will call DHAT. So they have stripped the woman of her man if she wanted to get help.
Right.
And they have stripped them from disciplining their children.
So you say this all
But
planned?
that can fit the prison system.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
It's warehouses.
It's a warehouse. And the children nowadays, they glorify prison by the pants down around below the buttocks, on shoes, the shoes without the laces. All of those things came out of the prison.
Would you say, is it safe to say that the system has actually put a program together that will keep us in slavery in our minds and will put us in the position to be warehouse, to put ourselves in the warehouse?
Yes and no. I don't give too much power
That's exactly right.
to the environment. Power has to be given to the people.
All aboard! For this stagecoach is about to move out. It is for everyone that has potential and would love to be a